What was I just saying, Tom?
Yeah, you literally were just saying that because every time Perna's relatively close to a football score, he's like, "Hey Tom, hey Tom, hey Tom, hey Tom, look who was right," and then he rubs my nose in it.
Yeah,
like it's
you're a bad dog.
Yeah.
Bad dog.
Woof woof. Oh, baby. We here. We scared. You in the right direction. Welcome to another edition of the Grossi Perna Show. I'm Tom Grossi. That's Brandon Perna. And this is JP. Yes. Total malarkey. So I didn't get a chance to see this video, but I saw people talking about this video, and I thought that was very interesting as well. If I'm not mistaken, Perna, weren't we talking about this on Wednesday after the show? We were talking about views and stuff like that the ad blocker is potentially negating some of those views.
Yeah, I think we were talking. Yeah, I think you brought that up.
So, folks, that's just a reminder. Keep using an ad blocker. It's not worth the views. Yeah, just keep using it. Consumerism's going to kill us all. So, yeah, who cares? It's fine. It's fine.
Keep doing it.
It's fine. You know what?
That's why I build the ads into my video. Can't block that. Can't block that.
Finally reminder, the Dolphins could have had Joe Burrow. See, I think that should be read as a threat.
They couldn't have,
hey,
though.
You thought Joe Burrow's injuries were bad now? They could have had Joe Burrow on the Dolphins. I feel like that's escalating things.
Yeah, you're like, Joe Burrow could be dead. That's how I read that. Joe Burrow could be in his grave.
He could. He could, right? He could have retired already. Been nay. Yeah. Thankfully not Jordan Love. Yeah, let's talk about a couple of things. So yesterday, both Brandon was very close with his predictions. I have to say that again, just because we have to make sure that Brandon is feeling loved, supported, and seen. Very close, but we anticipated it was going to be a closer game than some folks, because you never know with divisional games. We talked about the Dolphins this past Monday looking better on Sunday, right? And sure, even though there was turnovers, whatever. But last night, Dolphins scored on their opening drive. That was looking pretty good. They scored at the very end going into halftime as well. And they stuck around for a bit. Unfortunately, a turnover late from Tua kind of really kind of put the nail in the coffin there. But they made it a competitive game. And I feel like, one, McDaniel, if his seat is pretty hot, I have to imagine, sure, this holds it off for like at least another week or so. But I think he's going to probably be, unless they like really suck, I think that he's going to be sticking around for maybe another month or so. And then we'll see if they can turn the ship around, because they look better.
Yeah, I think I'm on the free Mike McDaniel train now.
You get a shirt.
The Dolphins are holding Mike McDaniel back. And for him to succeed, he needs to get the F out of Miami. That's my current take. And yes, I do need to circle back and talk about how correct I was predicting this game on Clickbait Sports yesterday. For anybody who watched,
do you have the clip? You can pull it up.
I said I thought the Bills would win. I said the Dolphins were going to keep it competitive, because my main thinking outside of anything is just an 0-2 team heading into week 3. I think that's always like a dangerous recipe.
Yeah.
Especially for a team like Miami, who you've seen it's been a while, but they have had success before.
Yeah.
They've played good football before.
Yeah.
Bills had to kick that field goal late. Otherwise, I would have been so close. But I think like Miami, we are watching, to me, it just feels like the end of the Tua era there. And by that, I mean, he's going to get paid for several more years, no matter what happens. He's got a bigger cap hit than Josh Allen over the next 4 years moving forward.
At least the Bills.
But that late interception, they're driving down to try and tie the game up. And it's just, it's a bad pick by Tua. It's not just that it's like a tipped ball that, bounces the wrong way. It's just Tua forgetting that a linebacker exists on the left side of the field there and not seeing him come over. So like that was a terrible pick in a clutch situation after Miami played a respectable game. And like their penalties too. It was the roughing the punter penalty. Which is just unfortunate. It's not like Zach Sealer was doing something crazy. Mm-hmm. He's just getting through the line and falls into the punter. But then it was a goal line situation where the Bills, they had like 1st and goal from the 1 or 2 yard line. And for whatever reason, they decided to try and throw a fucking pass in that situation.
Yeah.
They got James Cook, who's averaging like 5 yards per carry.
Pretty damn great last night.
Crazy. And I was so mad when they tried to throw the ball there. I'm like, what? First and goal? Just hand off to James Cook. Don't be stupid.
Yeah.
And that play almost blew up in the Bills' face.
Yeah.
Because Miami played it well. They tackled Josh Allen for a loss, but they tackled him a little too long and got a personal foul, which gave the Bills another opportunity. 1st and goal from like the half-yard line or whatever. So I felt like Miami did a lot of things to shoot themselves in their little porpoise brains in this game. Tom should name his baby.
Which does not exist, by the way. Let's just be very clear. Brandine. Yeah. So last night, as the game was close too. Usually we wait for a blowout to happen on Thursday night for the streams to devolve into craziness. And I gotta be honest with you, Brandon, I don't even know what set it off. We were talking about baby names, and then the entire chat was like, Tom's pregnant, and then it was yours, and then does Jess know, and then Maya came. No baby has been conceived or nothing, but there were some great name suggestions. So
I like it.
Let's just say that people were very much looking, and then it went from 1 to twins to triplets. So
2 Danny DeVitos and a Schwarzenegger. That's what I want.
Like that.
Twins to triplets.
That's it. That's right. Matthew Golden got the highest ass in the league.
Average separation score.
That's right.
Better than an EPA score. Better than an EPA score.
I just had to. I was like, nope, because I have to imagine Scooter like scours the internet to find like pro Dak paraphernalia and was like, here you go. This is the propaganda that I'm looking for. Yeah. And then I was like, what was that? What's that mean?
What does it mean?
It's incredible. Yeah, I actually, this is not fantasy advice, but I'm actually starting Golden because with Jaden Reed, who's going to be out. Tucker Kraft, thankfully, we got the injury report when he was during clickbait yesterday. Thankfully, it was just a tweak in his knee, so he should be okay. So thank God, cannot afford to lose him, especially after the week that he had against the Commanders. So I'm going to start Golden, so we'll see.
Best tight end in the game, Tucker, Rain, Dakota, Kraft.
Joe Brady on the radar for head coaching job soon. Listen, they're talking about Jeff Hafley, the defensive coordinator for the Packers. And I feel like the Lions fandom, when they were trying to save Ben Johnson from leaving, and they just started making up scandalous rumors. So don't get Jeff Hafley because he's bad. Nailed it. See, Brandon, I'm lying because he's actually good. Yeah. I just don't want him to take.
Yeah, I mean, any coordinator who's playing with a fucking Hall of Fame quarterback is going to eventually get the talk of being the next head coach. So, yeah, I'm sure Miami would be interested. But if I'm Joe Brady, I just hang with Josh Allen as long as I can.
Yeah.
Take the Steve Spagnuolo approach right now and just ride it out. Ride it out for as long as you can. You don't want the headache of being a head coach.
No.
You're looking at the Dolphins and you're seeing what that headache is.
Yeah.
Just call offensive plays. You're 35. Do it 5 more years and then think about it.
Listen,
it's the anal advance, by the way.
I respect the alliteration. Here's the thing. We were rewatching bits of The Office. And so there's a scene where Dwight is talking about being on the fence about something. He's like, oh, I can sit on a fence. He's like, I can lay on a fence too. He's like, the trick is to have the post in your mouth. And here about with the fence of the tush push, I had no issues with the tush push, right? But my team, aka Mark Murphy, when he was president of the Packers, he had an issue. And then there was 22 teams total that voted to ban it. And they're like, oh, Tom, the Packers are so soft. Well, who's soft now? Because the entire sports media world is like, oh, these false starts. And now there's reports coming out from the officiating crew. They're like, oh, well, we got to make sure we're really going to call it this week. So just saying, had a chance.
This is what I like about the push
I don't care about the
controversy right now. Yeah, they're going to try and officiate it more properly with the guys lining up correctly. I think both sides kind of line up incorrectly. There were some shots of the Chiefs over the line as well. It doesn't really matter. But what's funny is I saw a bunch of people who were posting the video of the Eagles lined up incorrectly on it. Yeah. And their videos were getting taken down on Twitter.
I saw that.
And there's been a lot of talk about censorship this week, and I think more people need to be citing that as an example of censorship. So that's the real tragedy here.
What the NFL doesn't want you to know about the tush push.
Yeah.
That's right. I did not know this stream is YouTube featured. They may have hit a wrong button.
YouTube?
They may have hit a wrong button somewhere.
It's not really doing anything for our views.
I don't know.
Jack it up even more, YouTube.
That's it. Esri. It's you.
A couple more things about Bills Dolphins.
I want to talk about the Bills Dolphins in actual more depth. Yeah. So go ahead.
Tyreek Hill is washed, is my other opinion.
I saw that. So I watched the games obviously on mute, right? I watched the broadcast on mute. I did not realize that they just they started going in on Tyreek Hill about his domestics. Like I saw that clip this morning and I was like, oh, I didn't realize because it seemed like it was just random placement. Like it was just like, oh, here's Tyreek Hill on the sideline. Let's talk about domestics.
Yeah, it was actually an ad. It was like Tyreek Hill's allegations brought to you by Bettis ESPN.
Fair.
Even though it was on Amazon. Yeah, a lot of people made a big deal out of it. The odd thing are the people going out of their way to defend Tyreek Hill, I guess.
It's a weird hill to die.
They're like, hey, Tyreek, you should call your lawyer.
Tyreek Hill to die.
Yeah, Tyreek Hill should call his lawyer because the broadcast mentioned the allegations against him by his ex, alleging 8 instances of domestic violence. And Al Michaels appropriately said, this Tyreek Hill is no stranger to off-field stuff. Like, they just said the truth about him. Like, they said the truth about Tyreek Hill. God forbid they say the thing all of us think at least a dozen times through the course of a season about Tyreek Hill. God forbid they just say the truth.
You can't handle the truth.
You can't. And they didn't say he definitely did any of these current allegations. They said allegations. They did bring it up out of nowhere. That's what's funny. It's just like a shot of Tyreek Hill, and they're like,
and they're just like, you know what, guys?
Let us tell you about him right now.
See, I think they should have done it with Prime Vision, right? If they they start breaking down the stats, right, and then that's when they really started. They're like, our analytics, top notch.
They show him, they're clocking his speed on one side of the frame.
Yes.
And the other side, it's like he's cutting across the field, and each place he hits is a different allegation he's faced through his career.
Yep. It's like one of the graphics they make for ESPN. Exactly. It's just the pinpoint.
And let's go back to the first allegation, which was him pleading guilty to, what was it? Choking and punching his pregnant girlfriend when he was in college. That was the first one. And he pled guilty to it. So those are just facts. That's not slandering him. It's just what happened. And it's why he had a stigma about him the entire time he was in Kansas City, and then there were other things that came up. So, yeah, they said it. They said the thing everybody thinks. But I'm saying he's washed because Tua just chucks one up down to Tyreek Hill.
Yes, he did.
Into double coverage.
Yes.
But Tyreek, he has the angle. He jumps up to catch the ball. It's a little bit over here. It hits his hands, and he drops it. And it's just one of those plays you've seen Tyreek Hill make so many times. It's what made him such like an insane receiver, where he's what, like 5'11"? He's a short receiver, but he's been more gifted than any DB who's tried to cover him. So he's faster, and he could out jump like 6-foot defensive backs with ease. And that's the player I'm like, damn, I don't think he has that thing anymore that makes him more special than anyone trying to cover him. Like, it's just one of those plays 9 times out of 10, 10 times out of 10 he used to make. When he was a Chief, he never dropped that shit, Tom, ever.
Well, I think it's also like he showed that he can still play, because there was one pass that he had, like when he was in space, and like he made a bunch of defenders like miss, and I know that there's like a whole lot of he's on the way out in Miami, right? It's pretty evident that he's not very happy to be there right this second. So whether that's going to be this season or they're going to wait till after this season, we shall see. I think Seto, I don't think he's a bust, but I feel like just the window that the Dolphins had when they made that big time trade for Tyreek Hill, and they were like bringing in all those acquisitions, that was the window. And heading into this season, and kind of honestly where we've been heading into for the past few seasons, the Dolphins always had an out, because it was, if Tua can stay healthy, they should be a good football team, because based off of experience, that's what we saw. Yeah. Right? Is like when Tua was healthy, that offense was clicking, man. They were one of the most high-powered offenses. You don't have to tell Brandon, like, good God, man, they put up points. That's not even shade. But unfortunately, I think over the years, as the roster has gotten older, that defense has been decimated. And on top of that, Tua with a litany of injuries, and now like they're putting him on the field together, it just seems like that window has closed, or it's very close to closing. And so when we're talking about the Dolphins, yes, they look better again for a third game now, and it looks like there is some progression. It just, what's their ceiling now? Is it an average football team? They're winning like 7-8 games, which unfortunately with the roster that they had and the money that they've kind of doled out, that doesn't really cut it anymore. Yeah. And that's kind of the disappointing thing, I think, for the Dolphins.
They're a 5-win team, the Dolphins, I feel like at this moment. At this point, they'll be kind of lucky to hit 5 wins, but they feel like a 5-win team. I think Tua's issue is he needs to learn when to put fucking torque on his passes. Also, like, he had one of the worst. He's lucky he didn't kill. I think it was Devin Achane. He's lucky he didn't murder him last night. There was like a swing pass out of the backfield, and Tua floated up in the air. Yep. Achane has to jump up just to give the biggest possible target for the defender to come in and level him. We've been tracking hospital balls, and that was a big one last night. Yeah. So yeah, if you're a Dolphins fan, I get it. You're probably done with the season at this point, and it's week 3, and that sucks. It's week 3, and it's a short week for you, so you didn't even get to make it to week 3, actually.
Sure.
They could beat some bad teams. I don't know what their schedule's like. Their defense, I think Tua in that offense could be effective, but they even with the mistakes, but they have to have a top 8 defense, and their defense is just porous. Bradley Chubb's had to sack every week this year, though, so that's nice.
Yeah.
Rooting for Chubb, but like then and their defense is not good, but also weren't they down like 3 starting corners last night? They lost another corner to injury.
Dude, holy cow, man.
They brought in Ethan Bonner. So we will have 3 white corners playing football this week, Tom, which is the most ever. 3 white corners, and like even when the NFL was, a little backwards in their thinking, they still wouldn't let white guys play corner. Go back to 1942, and they're like, okay,
sorry, no look of when the NFL was. you know. K-Chan, I don't know if that's the Bills offense, like James Cook played well. It just was like they didn't do anything that was super flashy. And I think there's a couple reasons. I mean, again, it's a divisional game, right? There's that. I feel like I have questions about the Bills, and they're still undefeated, and the way that they're able to win football games is still like, okay, they're doing enough. The receiver problem will I'm more concerned about their defense than anything. Like, talk about their secondary. Like, they have to wait for Harrison to come back. Milano's out, right? So I feel the Bills defense is the one shaky part, and obviously they can still win against some of the best AFC teams, like with the Ravens. But yeah, that's where I would have concerns, if any, about the Buccaneers.
I am so fucking tired of passing charts, Tom.
Why? What about EPA?
Fuck me. I don't ever want to see another fucking passing chart from a quarterback who is 3-0 right now, who's coming off an MVP season. Dear God. Both Josh Allen and Tua criticized for their passing charts last night.
Yeah.
Did you watch the Bills offense? Have you watched them? Why was Josh not pushing it down the field? Because he didn't have to. He didn't have to. They run the ball really well. James Cook looks even better right now than he did last year.
Sure.
You can be a little more worried about it with a guy like Tua, who's going to do it every single week. But like, that's just the way defenses are playing, and quarterbacks are they're gonna take those safe passes so they don't put their offense in a bad situation. And Josh Allen and they'll be fine. They'll throw the ball downfield when they need to. And a guy I actually thought started to emerge last night for the Bills was Elijah Moore. Late in the game, when they needed a big play, he made one. He had a big play called back. I think it was I forget if it was legal formation or a hold or some shit. But the Bills have plenty of, I think, pretty good ball catchers. And I am not worried about how far the goddamn quarterback throws the fucking football down the field when his team is 3-0, when his team is scoring a lot of points, when they went toe-to-toe with the Ravens week 1 and beat them in a crazy fashion. Like, they've got such a good run game right now with James Cook. Like, Josh Allen's playing smart football. If you were throwing it deep and he had a few interceptions, they haven't turned the ball over this season, the Bills offense. I think they're now at 25 straight games of winning the turnover battle, which is an extending NFL record. So it's crazy. It's crazy. Anyway.
Sorry to hear that, Dakota. I don't think we have a Bears clip though. I was combing.
Your grandfather has passed. He was a huge Bears fan. Okay,
I was looking. I'm not seeing
Dakota.
I got Aaron Rodgers. I have a Lions kicker humping the ground. I have you on a skateboard.
With your grandfather passing, there's only one way to honor him properly.
No. So he was either alive, now he's dead, or he was dead, he was really dead. What else?
I didn't know that's what I was going to say. I didn't know that's what I was going to say, Tom. I didn't know that's what I was going to say. I didn't know. I thought it was just Tebow preaching. I'm sorry, Dakota. I thought he was just preaching. I thought it was more. Let's see what this Tebow is.
How easily we forget. John even says,
a thank you to John Elway, or John Elway.
There, that's the one I thought I was clicking, Dakota. That's the one I thought I was clicking. Get it together, Tom. It was an honest mistake. Like, I know what our clips are. Like, I know.
That is an all-time Brandon Perna moment. Dakota, I'm very sorry.
Dakota, I got the perfect clip for you. Here you go.
You know what? It's not Bears related, but at least
we super chat you, Dakota.
No! Make him come. No! They're Minnesota Vikings crying on the field.
Oh my God.
Ugh.
Exactly. Yeah. So the Bills, their defense, we'll kind of see.
Next guest, Luke DeCock.
Excuse me, who?
Luke DeCock.
Who?
Anyone could have been better. That's what sucks.
Any one of those clips.
I could have picked. Let's see, how many clips do we
There's
have?
a bunch.
We have like 45 clips here, and I literally just selected the worst possible one.
Oh my God. Literally the worst one possible.
Oh God, I should be fired. I should be fired. I should be suspended. You know what? I will take Jimmy Kimmel's place.
Yeah,
Just pull me
definitely.
off of YouTube, Tom. Oh,
Holy
fuck.
God.
Sorry. I'm sorry, Dakota.
Maybe, James. Maybe. We'll see. Again, for the Dolphins, I think there's a little bit more life. We'll see kind of how they're going to play down the stretch. Again, if they can continue to improve every week, maybe they turn out to be an average team. But I feel like that this team gets blown up this year. Right? Like Tyreek's going to be gone. I'm assuming McDaniel's going to be gone. I think you're going to get a whole new regime there, most likely. So
Yeah.
I'm very curious because, like you said, they're still going to be paying Tua regardless. So
Yeah. I mean, the Dolphins, we'll see how the rest of the season goes, right? Like you can try and be optimistic about Miami because they played a respectable game against the Bills. They kind of had a respectable game last week. Oh, thank God. Thank God, Dakota. Oh, thank you, Dakota. You've
a 10 out of 10 finish. Dakota could be like, I am coming to Colorado.
Dakota's he's gonna, if I'm Dakota, this is what I do. I say this right now. You take the high road, you take the pressure off me, and then you call me and you blackmail me, Dakota.
Oh, it has to be.
Yeah, you blackmail me in secret, and I will be happy to oblige. Oh God, you guys are very forgiving. I appreciate it.
That's yeah, exactly. If Tyreek Hill goes to, they switch
else
it out.
have requests down the road.
Yeah.
I
Clip
will
requests.
take my hands off and let Tom choose the clip. I will let Tom choose. Anyway,
that was because that was
somehow it turned out okay.
You know what? I got to give Perna a little credit. At least you stopped it.
Yeah.
Because if you just let that run and we're like,
I was like,
that
oh,
was
a Tebow preaching clip, like, you know.
No, so what else matters? What else
Yeah,
matters? Yep. Nope.
Oh, whatever. God dang. I wish my brain was better.
I would go Lamar against the Lions, man. He's been putting up great numbers for the past 2 weeks, and we might not see defense on Monday night. Should be a really good game.
Number one in my power rankings is Dakota.
Oh,
Yes.
Thank you for confirming, Baker.
oh God. All right, that got me.
Mm.
That got me. Put the rankings up on screen either before or after, or during, excuse me. The first
Oh, that's a good idea. So you can remember. Oh, thanks for getting a curse shirt.
Okay, there you go. Oh, speaking of, we remembered power rankings. Thank God I put it in all caps in there because I already forgot when I woke up this morning.
Yeah. Bam.
On our first comparison.
All right, here we go. We haven't done this year.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
Still leaving the Colts at number one. I respect that.
Yeah, got to. You know, I got 2 weeks to do it. Maybe 3. We'll see.
This also looks more organized than usual.
Yeah, I had to make a new template, so I just
Yeah. No, I mean, there's still 14 teams.
Yeah, I started with 14 this year. I was like, I can't go to 10. I just want to talk about too many teams.
To be fair, I have honorable mentions. So like,
yeah,
I can't hold you to the
I have
fire.
14, and then I've got heaven, hell, and purgatory. So it's really like 17 teams get.
You're talking about
every
half the league every time you talk about power rankings.
Why ESPN hasn't given me an hour to fill every day with power rankings or once a week? I don't know, but
I think so. I'm actually not gluten-free. Maya's gluten-free. True story. Both no dairy, but and that's true. Okay.
Well, technically 18 because I did put 2 teams at 9. So.
Yep, I was just about to say. Well, here's the thing too. It was tough because I'm assuming Ducky for, you got the Duck and also Ducky Irving.
Yeah.
These Rachel, you've outdone yourself.
Yeah, they're so good.
These are pretty damn. I love the Harbaugh Chargers one. That's one of my favorite. I do love the Buccaneers one too.
We're big fans.
That's what I've heard. All right, so you're still putting the Broncos at 11. All right, that's interesting.
I said I'm giving them one more week. One more week.
I'd say besides we literally swapped 10 and 1. So Eagles I have as 1, you have as 10. You have the Colts as 1. I have them as 10.
Yeah, Eagles. This is what I said about the Eagles. Call me when your quarterback can throw a fucking touchdown pass. That was my big knock on the Eagles. Also, they beat the Chiefs, who haven't won a single game this football season.
It's literally 2
At this point, the Chiefs could be the 0-16 Browns, Tom. We don't know yet. I'm sorry, Philly. I'm not impressed with you beating up on the lowly Chiefs, okay? And you could barely beat them, by the way. Barely. Now, I thought the sarcasm was pretty thick there. Still got people complaining.
Nope. Philadelphia's coming for you, buddy.
They're like, you really don't think the Chiefs are competitive? Like, okay, guys. But I think the only thing, you having the Eagles at 1, you're giving them too much credit for last season, would be my argument.
That's fair.
I could see the Chargers as the 4th best team. I put them at 666 because that's the devil magic spot now. That's the team that's kind of defying reality. And the Chargers not chargering, even though they tried to. The Chargers throwing the ball so well. Their defense just looks even better, and it was really good last year. They feel like they've got some luck on their side. So, and going against them this week as a Broncos fan, I'm a little worried. I would be.
Kyle, and that's a really good question. If QB passing yards are down due to the kickoff rule, like starting around the 35, no, I honestly haven't seen anything about that. But
they've been down. There's not as many big plays in the passing game available. A lot of teams that the way they defend it is with their too high shells. They really just, that's why you're seeing some of those passing charts where guys are just thrown down to the running backs coming out of the backfield, the quick passes.
True.
It's not every game, obviously, but.
Oh my God, Dylan, I hate all of these. I'm so sorry. For this week, that's tough. Because Martin Harrison Jr., right, he's feast or famine. He's going up against the 49ers defense, which has looked pretty good. Brian Thomas Jr. is fantastic, and I'm leaning towards starting him. But he's going against the Texans defense, which is really good. And Omari and Hampton, listen, I have Omari and Hampton, but I benched him this week because he's going against the Broncos. Like, I think Brian Thomas Jr. maybe, and then flip a coin on the other one. That's tough.
Yeah, the Chargers haven't committed to the run, so
no.
Dakota.
Yeah, for power rankings, real quick. So I think just for the Chargers, like their defense is really impressing me, and because they haven't committed to the run, because last year they were a run-first offense, right? And then this year, like Justin Herbert has been playing incredibly well. Receivers, Keenan Allen looking pretty. Johnston's looking great. So I feel that if they get that run game involved, that offense, if they're able to be a really balanced offense to go along with that really good defense, like they're just going to be a pain in the ass to beat this year. Yeah. So I really, really like the Chargers right this second. The Eagles, I am giving them credit, but it's also Cowboys offense can put up points and they still were able to win that game without Jalen Carter. And that defense looked better with Jalen Carter on the field. And the fact that you were able to win with Hurts only having 101 yards, that's impressive to me. Good to go into Arrowhead and to do that. And I do still think the Chiefs are
that's a reasonable way to look at it.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
That's a reasonable way. The Chargers too, like something they said during the broadcast when they were playing the Raiders that we just take for granted. And it was they said Justin Herbert in terms of like last year felt like he wasn't comfortable with the offense. There was so much new terminology, and it took a long time before he felt comfortable, even just like calling plays in the huddle and knowing what to do. And it felt like a lot of guys on the offense were kind of like learning. And we take that for granted. Like, because Herbert is a veteran, like we assume a new offensive coordinator comes in and it's just going to be better because it's an upgrade at the coordinator, right? But there's such a learning curve there, and it's so complex and complicated.
Sure.
And we just take for granted all the shit a quarterback's got to know. And I think that's why you're seeing the Chargers have success throwing the way they're throwing this year. It's like they know what they're doing every play. They know where they're supposed to go. And in doing that, you can trust your quarterback to sit back and throw. And Herbert's one of those quarterbacks you want throwing more. Until like your run game sort of sorts itself out. So,
well, the thing also, the exact logic that you used is why, take the Bears, for example. You got to give Caleb Williams and Ben Johnson some time.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's going to take a little bit. And you hope that if you're a Bears fan, you got to hope that midway through the season, the offense starts clicking a little bit more. And it's like, okay, getting more comfortable in that. Because if you're going from Eberflus, which we heard all the stories about that, and you look at the articles, right, that were written about Caleb and all that stuff.
Yeah.
At the bare minimum, we can all agree that there was a healthy amount of dysfunction last year with Bears, right? And then if Ben Johnson's coming in and is like, all right, we're trying to turn this ship around, it's going to take time to turn. It's the Titanic. It's taken a while to turn that ship. So I'm not saying it's going to work out for Chicago, but that's where, we have expectations that like, oh, QBs are going to do this, 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 and this. But that's why you drafted Joe Alt, right? If you're the Chargers, because it's like, okay, we can establish the run. We can have a good run game. And until Herbert gets more acclimated with this offense, we have a game that we can rely on.
Joe Alt delete the chargering. That's what they're doing. Does Rashawn Slater, is he going to come back this year? What did he?
I don't think so. I could be wrong, but I think unless it's like a late playoff push.
I forget what his injury was, because their offensive line's been pretty damn good.
It was a torn. Yeah, he'll miss the entire season.
Was it torn?
Patellar tendon.
Oh, there's a patella. Yeah, that's a bad one for a lineman.
Yeah.
So they won't get him back at any point.
Is it on your site, Perna? The Ducky Irving shirt?
Yeah, benchwarmershop.com.
There you go.
All of the cursed logos available there, along with my world-class coffee.
They're already there. Want to do some week 3 predictions?
Just wait till we drop our good shits coffee coming in late October.
What's going to be on the cover of that?
Ooh, Nick did a great job designing that cover.
And it's so you poop?
Yeah, coffee helps you poop. Good shits, coffee. You need a gimmick to sell coffee is what I've learned, Tom.
Got it.
All right, here we go. Yeah, let's pick these games this week.
Let's pretend we have a graphic with some music. And now, time for Perna Grossi's picks of the week. Brought to you by...
Actually, this is Feeding the Ducks. What's this sound like?
Yeah.
Feed my
those
ducks,
picks, baby.
Feed my ducks. All the words I'm going to rhyme with that'll get us demonetized.
Luck. Shuck.
Suck. And...
Buck.
Truck a defender, baby. All right.
Enjoy that game.
Okay, so yeah, all right. I had to spin the curse wheel 3 times. Then it sort of landed on the Packers.
3 times?
Well, I forgot to take off some numbers that were not on the thing. But I'm
Brandon,
gonna,
to be fair, it was because of my own incompetence. Like,
yeah. I'm gonna pick the Browns just to go with the curse wheel.
Go Pack, go Tank.
Do I think the Browns are gonna win? No, but like the Dolphins game, I feel like this is going to be a tougher game for the Packers. Not their defense. Your defense will be fine against the Browns. But before like that Ravens game got out of control, like I still feel like the Browns defense is decent. They held Derrick Henry in check.
They did.
So I think we'll see. I'm reaching here, Tom. I think the Packers are one of the most complete teams in the league, obviously. I got Tucker Kraft and Jordan Love on a few fantasy teams. So, like, I put my money where my mouth is. I took Matthew Golden in a couple too, but I think this is a tough matchup for Green Bay, even though I don't believe in the Browns at all. And I think like your defense will maybe make the Browns start thinking about benching Joe Flacco, but
Yeah,
I'm not picking against the wheel ever this season. So
that's fair.
that's it. That's
Is
all.
TJ Hawkinson washed? I actually would give Hawkinson one more try this week because you have Wentz. Because JJ, I think just when he's operating the offense, it's going to be a little bit of a struggle because he's a young QB that's trying to get acclimated to it.
To me, this is like asking if AJ Brown's washed. You got to throw him the ball.
So like Addison's coming back after this upcoming week. After that, I think it gets more risky because then that's just another guy to throw to. But Hawkinson, like this might be one of the last weeks to play him to feel a little bit more confident about. I hear you about this game. I don't think it's going to be a walk in the park. And I mentioned this yesterday too. I was on a podcast with Josh and I wouldn't be surprised too, like if Gabriel comes in at some point. I know he came in for garbage time this past week, but the Packers usually struggle against teams that throw in, their brand new quarterback. I mean, Bailey Zappi came into Lambeau and they were like, oh yeah, and he lit it up. That being said, Joe Flacco not having any mobility, I think that could be a big old problem for Joe Flacco.
That's been his whole career, man.
Yeah, so I think that could be a big old problem. So I believe in the Packers pass rush a lot. Myles Garrett, we'll see where the shape of the Packers O-line is in. And Josh Jacobs, like he has been running tough. He's still getting a touchdown every game, but he hasn't been able to put up a ton of yards. I wouldn't be surprised if he's also held in check. So this, I think, will be a big game for Jordan Love in the passing game.
Yeah, I think
wouldn't be
there's
surprised if it's a close game, though.
I think there's a good chance Josh Jacobs' touchdown streak comes to an end in this game. The Browns have been very good against the run, right? Yeah. Like they got their ass kicked ultimately by the Ravens, but they shut Derrick Henry down, and that is a tough thing to do. Oh, your son Leo was born this week. That's a great name, by the way. That's been in my name bank if we ever did have a boy, and I'm not saying we're having a boy or we're trying to have a boy, but if I did, I'm like,
pregnant? Are you pregnant, Brandon? Because that's
Leo's
what I got yesterday.
Boy, go Broncos! I Leo believe.
But yeah, I got the Packers winning this one, and it's just because I'm curious to see what the snap count, if there is one, for Micah Parsons this Sunday. This might be the last game he's on a snap count. So yeah, I got the Packers winning, and I think a big reason is going to be because of their defense. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a low scoring game though. Dakota, I did see that Darnell Savage got released from the Jaguars. I don't think that he is going to be rejoining the Packers. One, it's a completely different scheme, and two, I actually feel pretty good about our safety unit right now with Bullard and McKinney. So, and of course Evan Williams. So I honestly don't think he's needed. So, and if he's getting released by the Jaguars, yeah, maybe that might be it for Darnell Savage.
I still appreciate your forgiveness, Dakota?
Yes.
He is off the injury list. Yes,
Colts, Titans.
Yep. How funny would it be if the Colts lost to the Titans after you beat the Titans, then they beat you, and then they lose to the Titans?
This is why I'm going with the Colts. I just think they're a better coached team at this point. I think I'm just not sold on Brian Callahan. I watched the Colts have answers for the Broncos. I think the Colts offensive line is good. And Jonathan Taylor playing very elite level running back football right now, in addition to Tyler Warren, who's been just very, very, very good. So I want Tennessee to get a win. I want Cam Ward to throw, multiple touchdowns in a game. Just don't see it happen against Indy. I think the Colts are real. I think we're going to be talking about Daniel Jones for at least one more week.
Yeah. Well, Brandon, if you're going to have another child, I know Carmi just started kindergarten, right?
Yeah.
We'll talk and we'll see if we can
time it, sync it.
Yeah. We'll see if we can sync it up. It's kind of like
a time
twins. Sync. So we'll see. All right, here's a question. When are you let's talk about really personal things on stream. I have the Colts winning as well. I think this also could be a close game. Cam Ward might look his best, maybe potentially this week, out of what we've seen from the first 2 weeks, I should say. But yeah, I still have Indiana Jones rock and rolling. If you were to have another child, within how many years would you want to have said child?
I don't know.
Probably within the next 14, 15 years.
Let's see. Man, I'd say 10, 12. Once Carmi can raise it for me.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to raise it.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Okay. That's why I was
put a lot of effort into her, so.
Well, then now it's you got to pay it forward. You got to get a return on your investment, and it's all right. So,
did you pick the Colts?
I did pick the Colts.
All right. Yes. Interesting game. This is, I don't know how anybody can even pick this game. You got Wentz and Browning.
This is an interesting
This is a coin flip. I might literally flip a coin for this one.
I picked the Bengals. The reason I picked the Bengals is because the Vikings are beat to hell right now. It's not just Carson Wentz. It's just, dude, on the offense, they got injuries. On the defense, they got injuries. And Jake Browning can win with this Bengals team. This is not going to be anything new for him. Carson Wentz coming into Minnesota, there's a little bit of newness that's there. So because of that, I'm going with the Bengals. And it looks like they have a pretty solid defense.
Sure. I'll go Cincy.
So
Wentz.
Marshall.
Yeah. Here's a fun one. Wow, 74 going with the Steelers. Have you watched Pittsburgh?
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, I don't know if the Patriots are good, though.
They look better on Sunday. Obviously, they won.
I'm going to give the home team the pick here.
I wouldn't be. This one I did not feel. I picked the Steelers, but I did not feel confident in it.
I don't like their defense.
Their defense is scaring me a little bit.
I think they can't stop the run. I think the Patriots are going to know that, and they're going to run the ball down their throat.
Adrian wants to know what you think, Perna. Chiefs defense against the Giants or Broncos defense against the Chargers? I went with Chiefs defense, even though Wilson threw for 450 yards. I don't think he does it again on Sunday.
Yeah, that's probably fair. And Russ is probably going to have a fumble or a pick in that game. Look, if you would ask me I thought the Broncos defense was going to be so good 2 weeks in a row, and they just weren't last week. And now the Broncos are dealing with, Dre Greenlaw still not on the field, still hurt. And Evan Ingram also injured as well. So,
whoa, King Andrew with 50 memberships.
Thank you for the curse.
He just did it to you too.
Oh, Andrew, you sly son of a dog.
What clip do you want to play, Perna?
For Andrew, I got the perfect clip for you.
There's a very low percentage of this that is smiles and glory holes. Very low percentage.
Very low percentage.
There was no risk there for me. Eagles Rams 85 going Philly 85. You know what? Fuck it. I'm going Rams in this game. I still think the Eagles are a very good football team. Let me just be honest here. But I have not been overly impressed with Philly through 2 weeks in terms of where I thought they would hit this season, coming off of how they beat the Chiefs in the Super Bowl.
Sure.
I think the Rams have a good defense. They can get after the quarterback. I think we're seeing Matthew Stafford he's still got it. He's still the best deep passer in the league for you passing chart fellas out there. Matt Stafford is going to sling it down there.
Matthew.
I think the Eagles might technically be a better team than the Rams, and I saw that Sirianni's 3-0 against McVay. I get all that, but I'm gonna go with the upset here. Take the Rams.
I could see it. Yeah, I got playing in Philadelphia. Obviously, that's an advantage for the Eagles. I feel that defense, if they're able to get pressure on Matthew Stafford, I feel like can cause some problems, and that secondary is still pretty good. It's just a matter of is Jalen Hurts is he going to air it out? You know, if Saquon Barkley is not going to be effective on the ground, I just think that the Eagles could beat you in a litany of ways. So I wouldn't mind, and I think it could be another close game like that we saw in the divisional round. But
yeah, this is going to be a good game. It might be like an ugly good game, but a good game.
We didn't come together. I want me some glory hole. That has been on my mind since all spring. I want me some glory hole. And that goes both ways. Goes them and me.
Even that would have been a better clip for Dakota, you know?
Would have been. Yep, that would have been significant.
Even that filthy clip would have been better.
Hey, Dolphins. Number 1 pick. Yeah, I got the Buccaneers. Tyrod Taylor is going to be starting for the Jets as Fields out. So, yeah, the Buccaneers, even though they're decimated on their O-line, and, you know, Quentin Johnson might have a good game, right? Quentin Williams, excuse me, not Quentin Johnson. I combine Quentin Johnston and Quentin Williams. Quentin Williams might have himself a game, but yeah, I got the Buccaneers with the win. They really impressed me over that win against the Texans.
Yeah, I'm going to roll with Tampa.
It's true.
Baker, he could play behind.
Baker going to bake.
He doesn't even need an offensive line. He's such a gamer, a baller, a dog. Yeah, I would like to see just a little more from Bucky Irving.
Rashad White, though, again, I
don't like this 1-2 punch bullshit. I picked Bucky to be the leading rusher this year, and it's not on pace to do it. But this will be an interesting game.
Joe Jones.
Ooh, look at this.
This is actually an interesting game because Jaden Daniels.
It wouldn't even let me pick the Raiders. We got Mariota. We got Marcus Mariota in a revenge game against the Raiders. What's happening here? Who's starting?
All right, so hold on. From practice, please hold. It's bad news for week 3. They're hoping, but he is dealing with a knee sprain. Failed to take part in practice over the first 2 days. They're going to reevaluate things today, so we should have a better answer about Jaden Daniels playing on Sunday. I said if Daniels plays, Commanders win. If he doesn't, I might lean Raiders.
Yeah, this is tricky. Not knowing who's starting at quarterback kind of affects your picks.
Just a little
I'll
bit.
go with Washington, though. I've given the Raiders way too much love over the last couple months, and it's time to start pissing on them again.
We'll see if Genty can start getting it going, man, because if the Raiders are going to be like that sneaky good team, he's got to get going. I understand the first 2 weeks it's going to be tough, but
I don't know. Running back's pretty fucking easy to play. All you do is this, Tom. Where do I run? Where's the hole?
Yep, that's it. That's it.
Panthers, Falcons. Everybody on that Falcons train.
Yeah, I go the Falcons right now. You just want to see some good stuff from Bryce Young this week.
Couple more injuries to the Panthers O-line. Yeah, it's just gonna be a long season in Carolina, I feel.
It could be. Yeah.
Michael Penix. Come on, man. Give me some deep balls, Penix. Give me some deep.
They're looking good. The offense is looking solid. They have a great run game with Algier and Robinson. Yeah. This game, I think this is going to be a very close game.
0-2 Texans, 1-1 Jaguars.
I picked the Jaguars.
Yeah,
so,
I'll go with Jacksonville at home.
Again, Texans defense, I love them. They get after the quarterback. I love their secondary. Their offensive line is pretty terrible. And Stroud needs to look better too. And I think he can do that against the Jaguars. You know, he could have himself a nice game. And I would not be surprised if the Texans win. But man, I'm pretty down on Houston right this second. So I'm going to go with Jacksonville. They were able to keep it. You know, they could have won that game against the Bengals, but
I'm going to go Houston. They're not going to start 0-3.
I don't think that that's a bad pick.
They're struggling, but they don't feel like they're an 0-3 team to me.
Yeah.
I'm just going with like that logic.
Oh, yes. So King Andrew, the legend, offered Brandon and I tickets to the Packers-Broncos game, but neither of us are able to go. And so Andrew has offered folks in the Discord. So he has 3 tickets on the 40-yard line. So if you want to hit him up.
Yeah. Speaking of tickets, over at Benchwarmer Shop, my coffee
Appreciate you being
website.
here.
I'm giving away tickets to the Broncos Cowboys game.
Oh, nice.
There's a tab at Benchwarmer Shop. It says Broncos tickets. You click on it. All you got to give me is your email so I can contact you to give you the tickets. I will transfer them to you digitally.
Social security number.
Yeah.
Mother's maiden name.
It's like, I'm like, oh, cool. I'll give some tickets away this season. And I'm like, I just got to figure out how to do it easily. I was like,
Yeah.
well, I talked to my team at Benchwarmer. I'm like, can we just create a page where I can get emails so then we can do a random giveaway and then we have the contact info? And great idea. And I was like, they're like, well, that will automatically filter into our email list. And I was like, okay, that's fine. Like, people get Benchwarmer emails. I don't think anybody will object to that. And they're like, well, we should make sure we have like a disclaimer. Like, if you sign up, you'll get emails from Benchwarmer Shop. I'm like, cool. Try to be as transparent about that as possible. Post the info to give away tickets. And the first people are like, this is probably a scam. He's just collecting your data. I'm like, God damn it. Just trying to give away some fucking tickets. And this is the easiest way to do it. So here's the thing. We're not paying for anybody's like hotels or travel. So if you live in Denver or close to the game, that's probably the easiest way to do it. I say that in there, and then people are like, well, if you give people more time, like maybe they could travel long distances to do it. I'm just like, fuck me, dude. I never want to give anything away again, ever. Most of you are cool. Get it. If you want to try and go to the Broncos Cowboys game in Denver, you can get there easily. I'm giving away my tickets to you. So that's what that is. Anyway, sorry.
Jeez.
Yeah, it was Jess's idea.
Complaining.
Jess's idea was a terrible idea. And Benchwarmer people knew it was going to be complicated. I'm like, this should be easy.
I've given away tickets for years. It's just, yes, that's not. Zay
Anyway.
Flowers, Quentin Johnston. I don't know if AJ Brown is tough right now.
Go Zay, go Emeka.
You go Igbuka?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Quentin. Give me Johnston.
There you go. This game, I picked the Chargers.
Denver Broncos will hold Johnston to 0 catches.
I
Go
picked
Broncos. This is last week. I'm blindly picking my team. Tom.
This is the last one that you're giving them?
Mm-hmm.
Divisional game?
Dude,
Yeah.
This is such an important game for the Broncos at this juncture.
I'm curious about your offense versus their defense. That's the big match.
Yeah, dude. The Chargers D looks nice.
Not good.
And the Broncos have not been throwing downfield deeply effectively. So it feels like Bo Nix is playing a little scared, if I'm honest. I thought we were getting Bo Nix of, I'm just going to let it rip against the Browns. Bo Nix, I'm going to let it rip against the Bengals. Just fucking let it go, Bo. Just throw it. Just huck it. Chuck it. Just not to the other team. Please.
Yeah. We'll see what your defense looks like too.
Yeah. Yeah, and like we need Dre Greenlaw out there. He's still not practicing, man. This is week 3. So now you're like, why didn't they just put him on IR if they thought it was going to take this long? Evan Ingram, supposed to be a big part of our offense. He's got a calf issue, which I hate. That's like an injury. When I hear a guy's got a calf injury, I'm like, we're screwed. So I don't know, man. Chargers probably they have the advantage right now based on what both teams have done this season. But if the Broncos win, then they're in first place in the AFC West.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not very optimistic, as you can tell.
Saints, Spencer Rattler, looking better than anticipated. I still pick the Seahawks. I liked what their offense did a lot more. They actually established the run this past Sunday. Defense is looking good. Being played in Seattle. Beastquake, Part 2. Done.
Yeah. I'll go Seahawks.
It could be a close game.
Rattler gets a win.
Ooh, interesting. Is this where the Saints pull off? Dude, if Seahawks fans were like week 1, they're like, everything is awful, to, oh man, we're so back, and then they lose to the Saints, it's going to be a roller coaster of the season.
Yeah. I think, Seahawks showed improvement from week 1 to week 2.
JSN is crushing it. No,
Trend
JSN
in the right
is
direction.
A lot of fun.
Yeah.
Oh man, crazy. Who could have saw that coming? Either way, I laugh. Either way, I laugh, Brandon. I picked the Cowboys to win, but either way, this might be the week that Caleb looks his best.
Yeah. Huh.
So
if I was more impressed with Chicago's defense, I would maybe pick Chicago.
They just get gassed, man. Like they're just on the field too much, and then by the fourth quarter, they're like, "We don't want to do this no more."
Yeah. Thank you, Chad. Thank you.
Why is it so heavy?
I guess Cowboys. Cowboys. I
think play at Soldier Field too. Again, we'll see. But
hey, look, here's why. Cowboys run game been looking nice.
Javonte Williams, man.
Javonte's doing like they've got a fairly balanced offense right now, and you can talk shit about Dak, but he's a good quarterback. I'll go Dallas. We'll deal with Scooter on Thursday after they're 2-1.
Sure. Yeah,
ooh, dang.
I did see that. Yeah, I saw Jalen Johnson, right? Because he's going to be out for a bit, right? It's indefinitely that he's going to be out.
That's right.
So,
yeah.
That's a huge loss for
the
that
groin injury, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So that one is not good.
This is a really nice game.
Really
Cardinals
game.
49ers. Now,
Good
NFC
game.
West has 3 2-0 teams, which is a little wild. And we get to see who's legit here, the Niners or the Cardinals. Now, the Niners are in this weird phase, like they're just trying to survive right now, right?
Sure.
I think they're actually thrilled to be 2-0. They're kind of playing with house money at this point based on all the injuries they're dealing with and what their expectations may have been.
Mm-hmm.
Cardinals, 2-0. And I don't think
close
anybody's
out games.
happier than that than you, Tom.
I picked the 49ers to win this game.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Okay.
So, because the Cardinals, they swept the 49ers last year when the 49ers had everybody and their mother on IR. Before then, the 49ers were kind of owning that. I think they won like 4 straight. Yeah. Here's the thing. It's the 49ers defense. I believe in them. And I would not be surprised if the Cardinals win, right? But Mac Jones looked good. If they're able to establish the run with McCaffrey, I think that they should be fine. But I don't know, man. The Cardinals, getting those games real close in the fourth quarter is worrisome to me. So I'm going to go with the 49ers at home. Am I confident in it? Not a ton. And it's a win-win for me because if the Cardinals win, that's the dark horse team. So
yeah, I think I just really want to see a very complete game from Arizona.
Yeah.
Where I'm not asking questions about something. But
I go Garrett Wilson and
what?
Maybe Igbuka, maybe. I got the Chiefs winning.
I'm gonna pick the Giants. Because I believe Russell Wilson can do the funniest thing that we're all praying for.
Man, you would be the happiest person ever if it was Wilson to do it too.
Oh my God. Like, I mean, now if the Broncos lose Sunday and Bo throws like a couple picks and then Russ has another career day and beats the Chiefs, we're going to catch a lot of unnecessary flack, but
it'll be tough. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. I think the Chiefs win this game, but I'm picking the Giants to show that I believe anything is possible in the NFL.
I get it.
Anything.
But I got the Chiefs.
Sure. Fair.
I think their defense, I don't think Wilson's going to throw for 450 again. So here, Monday night, dude, we literally might not see defense. Woo! I'm pumped for this game. We talked about this as a potential Super Bowl matchup last year. Lions offense roared on back against the Bears. We're about to see how good they are. Ravens, they've put up back-to-back 40-point games. I'm going with Baltimore here, being played in Baltimore as well. Yeah. I think the difference is going to be which pass rush can get after the quarterback. Obviously, the Lions have a good O-line, but I think Ravens, they got some pretty good pass rushers. I think that they'll be able to win.
Yeah, and Nate Wiggins playing well in the secondary for Baltimore. Roquan Smith been everywhere.
This should be a fun game, though. I'm looking forward to this.
And I don't like the Lions having to play Derrick Henry after he was shut down.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I want to pick the Lions.
Agreed.
Because I was very impressed with how they bounced back after a bad week 1.
Yep.
But yeah, man.
Just try and gold that reverse psychology.
I'll go Ravens.
Fine.
I'll go Ravens. Let's peek in on my league here. Where am I?
24-9. That's good. That's pretty good.
Week 2 was not great.
I went 14-2 last week. I'm 26-6.
Where's the leaderboard? Where do I show that?
Oh, well, now 27-6.
There we go. Who's in first place there? ESPN fan 38159.
So we had, after week 1 in our league, we had 10 folks who were literally didn't get a single one wrong. And then heading into this week, there's one person who only got it's Grant Adams. He's 31-1. Pretty good.
Look at you guys up there. Zach, I see you, buddy. Malone. Nice.
There we go. Well, Perna, what do you got coming out today, this weekend? What do you got?
We're working on a video about Shedeur Sanders turning down the Ravens during the draft. That news dropped last Sunday. It was a little nugget when I started thinking about it. So that's either going to come up today or tomorrow. I just got to find the right title. You guys give me a good title for that one?
For which one?
Shedeur being too stupid to say yes to the Ravens. Because the Ravens wanted to take him, and he said, no, thank you.
I'm trying to think for you.
It's like, would you like $10 million?
Shout out Rachel.
No, I'll take diarrhea for the next 5 years instead.
I mean, if you're going for the logic of like, I want to be a starter, Cleveland's going to give you that opportunity. If you want to learn how to develop as an NFL quarterback, Baltimore was a better place to go.
Yeah, much better.
So that's what I was saying. Trying to say yes to the dress kind of line. I don't know. Also, Johnny says the video's almost done. So that's it.
No rush, Johnny. Today or tomorrow morning's fine. Either one.
Today, I'll probably get out the Amazon reaction to Thursday night if I can. I'm going to try. I know I didn't do it last week, so I'm going to try to get that done. Q&A tonight. I'll be streaming. You'll be streaming the Broncos game, right?
Of course.
So I'll be doing Packers-Browns on Sunday, and then, of course, Sunday night and Monday night as well.
You're only streaming 2 games Sunday?
Yeah.
Washed.
I did 2 this past Monday, so
washed.
Technically, it was like 1 3/4.
You're in your Tyreek Hill phase.
That's it.
Just not off the field.
Folks, hope you have a fantastic weekend. Gold, I hope you feel better.
Ugh.
Hope you feel better. Or reverse psychology. I hope you feel worse.
I got a clip for you.
Don't.
There you go.
Yeah.
Dakota, I love you. English. I love you, Dakota.
Folks, thank you so much for watching an all-time moment. I'm Tom Grossi. That's Brandon Perna. This is GPS, and you have been navigated.
You reached your destination.